All right, guys, how's it going? So I'm very tired, so please, bear that in mind if I struggle more than I usually struggle to explain things. David Ornstein ran a Q&A today on the Athletic website, and he was asked if, what about Núñez, and now Edwards is back, would he want to bomb out Klopp's signing, so to speak? And this is his response to that. And I will also be recording another video about David Ornstein. No, it's not David Ornstein, it's Paul Joyce. The other video is about Paul Joyce, a potential dig at Klopp, which some people might think has come from Edwards, and also a hit piece in some ways on Núñez, which is come from Chris Bascom at The Telegraph. I didn't call it a hit piece. Someone mentioned today on the stream, have you seen this hit piece? So we're going to go over all that in another video, otherwise we'll be here forever. But in this video, Ornstein is responding to a question: do you think Edwards will get rid of Núñez and Klopp signings and stuff like that? I very much doubt Núñez will be leaving. Whatever you think of his form recently, he has shown himself to be a good player for club and country. He is still young. Liverpool wouldn't make much profit from selling him now, and there is clear potential, in my opinion, for him to have a successful career at Anfield. Now, if suitable offers come in for pretty much any player, it's only natural that Edwards, Hughes, and anyone else in their positions and at a board and ownership level will consider them. But that doesn't mean they will be accepted, and there are no signs that dramatic revolution is on the way for Liverpool. More likely, smart and necessary evolution. 3 key players are approaching their final 12 months, so that will be a priority. Naturally, there will be some churn, some departures and arrivals. But from what we know of Edwards, he tends to favour relatively subtle but important alterations to ensure the team improves and remain competitive. I don't know. They make Edwards sound like the sun shines out of his ass. He's fucking... We were on the stream today. Some people on the stream today pointing out the duds as well that he's brought. A good operation, which Liverpool is, shouldn't require much change, and often when that happens, it has a destabilising effect. Well, you'd agree with that, wouldn't you? Naturally, with a new manager, stroke head coach, arriving, there will be tweaks, but Liverpool already have a strong nucleus, plenty of promising young players, and some experienced pros who have plenty left in the tank. I think they are better placed to handle this transition than Man United were post-Ferguson and Arsenal after Wenger. Of course, Edwards and Hughes will be under pressure to deliver, and they won't be afraid to make tough, bold, and perhaps unpopular calls. But I don't envisage it being particularly drastic. Might be worth you watching this video back again just to go through those quotes again, because I don't know. The interesting bits I thought in here was about if suitable offers come in for pretty much any player, it's only natural that Edward Hughes and anyone else in their positions, and then this bit, and at board and ownership level, will consider them. That gives me like a little, like a subtle, like, Edwards and Hughes are going to be dealing with things. But if an offer comes in, then and the owners think financially that can happen, that's what that sounds like to me. Do you know what I mean? I'm really tired, so I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. You probably can't tell any difference when I do these videos in the morning. From what we know of Edwards, he tends to favour relatively subtle but important alterations to ensure the team improves and remains competitive. To make this guy sound like the fucking Messiah. I didn't bat an eyelid when he left. Nor when he came back. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a good move, then great, that's fine. If it's what the fans want, you'll see me saying, hey, that's good news, isn't it, guys? Edwards is back and all that, oh, Edwards has gone, what a shame. But fuck me, well, now it now sounds more important than the manager at a football club. When I was a kid growing up and all through my adult life, I only ever thought about who the manager was. The chairman didn't come into it really. In later life, through this, you start to understand chairman and the roles, chief executive. Most Liverpool fans out there won't even be able to tell you who are in these positions. But they make Edwards sound like he's fucking God. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not having a dig. I'm just saying that's how they make it sound. Like they couldn't stick the tongues any further up his ass if they fucking tried. Anyway. Not that there's out wrong with that if you back foot over team. If that's your thing. I mean, hang on a minute, you might fucking, you know, there's a few birds there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Not every, you don't have to be like, just to do, you know, anyway, it don't matter, does it? Besides, I'll try anything once. Anyway, he says he doubts Núñez will be leaving. He don't think there'll be a big shake-up. I don't think there'll be a big shake-up. All these numpties on social media think the squad's going to be fucking torn apart, and I don't believe that. Anyway, there you go. That's what he's had to say. I'm going to be doing another video in a minute if I can fucking muscle the energy together. All right, if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if you want to buy me a coffee. I'd rather have a coffee than a pint at the minute, to be honest. Hit the super thanks button, I think it's called. And in the video description, you can join the newsletter and the chat room and follow me on social media and all that shit. All right, see you in a bit.